Porkology Christmas Show is brought to you by the Barbados Pig Farmers Cooperative, the Barbados Pig Farmers Association, MIS Spices, Bellevue House, the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Cooperators General Insurance, Island Ice, the best ice, Shorelines and Stuffers Inc., Clayton's Cola Tonic and Doolin's Fruit Juice, AS Autostock, and BarbadosToday.bb.
Good evening, Barbados. We're here at the Bellevue House once again with the Porkology. Today we're going to be doing some golden apple pork. You know, we have a lot of golden apples falling all around the place. We don't need the pineapples, we can use some golden apples. And then we're going to be putting that into the stuffing and flavoring the pork with it, and it's going to be wonderful. We have today some pork from the Barbados Pig Farmers Co-op. We're going to be using that wonderful cuts of meat. We are going to be putting that together with the ingredients of golden apple. We're going to be using some biscuits. You know how it is with Barbados and the biscuit. We're going to have some wonderful herbs all mixed in that, sauteed garlic, onions to bring it all together. And at the end, we'll do a wonderful presentation. So we're going to go pay some bills and we'll be right back.
Get your fresh cuts of pork from the Barbados Pig Farmers Cooperative, located at the corner of Norham and Tweedside Road, St. Michael. We have all types of fresh pork available, like ribs, chops, shoulder, loin, and leg cuts. We are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. On the 27th and 28th of December, we will be having a massive blowout sale on pork, with legs and shoulders going at $6.50 a pound. We hope to see you. Come on down and get the freshest pork in town.
MIS Spices have been flavoring the pots of Barbadians for over 25 years. Available island-wide at all leading supermarkets, MIS Spices come in a wide variety of flavors, like black pepper, Cajun spice, bacon bits, crushed chili flakes, coriander powder, cumin powder, curry powder, basil leaves, celery salt, and blackened spice. Celebrity chefs and mixologists use MIS Spices to enhance the flavor of their creations. MIS products, making it special for you.
Bellevue House or Bellevue Plantation Estate is your #1 venue for weddings, private functions, entertainment events, large family holidays, or retreats. Bellevue is located just 10 minutes from Bridgetown and South Coast beaches and has a lovely view across the Bridgetown Harbor. We have large entertainment rooms, spacious grounds with large swimming pool and bar area. There are 2 large dining tables that are great for elegant dining or holding board meetings. If you want a classy, spacious, affordable location to hold your important function in style, call Bellevue today, because we'll go that extra mile.
Welcome back to Porkology. Merry Christmas, Barbados. This pork we're going to be doing today will look wonderful on your table tomorrow. Just make sure you have your golden apples and all the other wonderful herbs and spices that we're going to be using today, and you'll have a wonderful product for everybody to taste. Yeah, so at this point we'll put our sausage together. We have it all defrosted. You can see it's nice and defrosted. This is actually pork. You know, this is all we are working on. We have our celery, we have our crackers, and we'll get started. We have a very hot pan. We want to just put a little bit of oil in, just a little bit. And I have a habit of mixing oil and butter. Why? The olive oil has a very high flash point, meaning that it can handle the heat better than the butter, so it will slow the butter from burning. So what you want to do is mix it too. See, the pan is very hot, and then go right in with my herbs. Remember, I like to have the stuffing full of herbs because I love to have the nice fresh flavor in our stuffing. Allow this to saute a little. And remember, don't be afraid of this stove, because when you're doing this, the food actually talks to you, so you'll know if it's moving too fast because you'll get burning very early. And right now you're seeing it's just simmering. I'm getting all of the aroma. The place is wonderful with the smells. Becoming opaque at this time. I'm going to start to add in my sausage. Sausage is nice and soft. Remember, this is pork, the product we are using. Wonderful flavors going on. And at this point, we're going with our crackers. Right on, cooking it all down, no stopping. Remember, you got to be confident in what you're doing. All right. As I promised you, I have my golden apple sauce. This is more of a chutney than anything else. I took the apples, I put them into the food processor and minced them down, and then took them and sauteed them in the pan. Added onions, garlic, cinnamon sticks, a little sugar, a little bit of rum. I left out the raisins because I didn't want the raisins in the stuffing. So then I ended up allowing it to dry out a bit, and this was the end result. So I'll put this into the stuffing to help to flavor my stuffing. The whole thing is about pork and golden apple today. There you have it. That's pretty much enough. And what we have left, we can actually serve that out with the pork. You hear the pan making a noise. That's your pan talking to you, and so it should be. And you should be excited when your pan is talking to you. You're not getting burnt smells. You're getting a wonderful aroma. As I promised you earlier, I also have my golden apples here stewing. These are going to be part of my decoration. If you can see, wonderful golden apple. All local, people. You gotta be proud of it. We don't need to run about the pineapples. We have our own golden apple. The Jamaicans call it the June plum. It's our golden apple. Alright, at this point, we'll allow our stuffing to cool, and it will come together a little more because the golden apple would have made it soft. So then we'll allow it to cool, and then we will start to stuff our pork. I'll go back over to the table, and we'll hang out some pork and get ready for stuffing. So we'll be right back.
Are you having a party or having a fete? There's an important name you shouldn't forget. Island Ice. Island Ice. Island Ice. Island Ice. Island. A tropical paradise needs ice too. That's why we will take care of you. Private functions, events and more. Family picnics or chilling at home. It's Island Ice. Island Ice. Island. Call 418-9706 and we'll be sure to deliver it. Island Ice. The best ice. Best ice.
Shorelines and Stuffers, we bring you the world. Quality parts at reasonable prices. AS Auto Stop, AS Auto Stop. Check out our store, we know you'll be delighted. AS Auto Stop, AS Auto Stop. Friendly, knowledgeable and courteous staff are on hand. Open later than any parts department in the land. AS Auto Stop. Accessories. AS Auto Stop. We aim to please at AS Auto Stop.
The Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union
Welcome back. Barbados is smelling like Christmas right here in the kitchen at Bellevue. I hope that your house is smelling just as fantastic. Right now we are getting straight into the pounding of the pork. We're going to cut it out, we're going to pound it out, and then I'm going to show you how I stuff and roll it. And then we will get to the putting it in the oven part. So at this point we have the piece of pork. So this pork was already sitting in a brine for 2 days. I have wonderful flavors that will go with the golden apple. So you will find cinnamon and nutmeg and a little bit of sugar and some of the same rum and everything like that. Salt and pepper and everything is in this pork. So that means that the pork has already started to pick flavor up. So when it is roasted, then the flavor would be wonderful, and the flavor then will marry well with the golden apple that is going to go inside. So just want to start here. Just want to take the pork after this point and open it out like a book. And don't worry too much about if you get 1 or 2 holes in the pork, because that can be patched. This is the professor, so I know how to patch my pork. This is actually a cut from the shoulder. So I'm just trying to show you that you can use any part of the pork for anything you really want to do. It's just a matter of the kind of treatment that you give it, and you'll get the result you want. So what we'll go right ahead and do is to start our banging. We need to get the pork out a little flat so that it can be rolled again. So now that we have that, we are going to use our MIS pork seasoning. Now you really don't need a lot of this seasoning, you just need to sprinkle some on the pork. It has enough salt in it, it has a bit of herbs and stuff inside of it, and remember that the stuffing already has a lot of flavor in there. So with the flavor in the stuffing and a little bit from this, they'll combine and make this a wonderful dish. So here goes. And remember, I said the pork already has been sitting in a marination for 2 days. So therefore, the flavors will be phenomenal. Make a nice rod of the stuffing, not too thick, not too thin, and just put it there. Make another one, and you go across until you get to the end. Now remember, in the rolling process, you will lose a bit because some will come out at the side because you want it to be done properly. So you want to roll it in such a way. It's almost like rolling sushis. And if you've ever rolled sushi, it's pretty much the same thing. At this point, I'll just give my hand a little wash. And we'll start to roll. Now what you want to do, just remember to put plastic underneath, because that will help you to get your pork up off the cutting board. So you want to come up, go over and under. You want to tuck that right under there, and when you tuck it, you'll hold this side and you pull out a little bit and you squeeze as you go there, then you roll a little more and squeeze. And note that the stuffing is not dry, it's not at all dry, and the reason for that is, remember, I remove a lot of the fat from the pork, so I need to keep some moisture in. So there's going to be moisture within and also moisture out. I'll show you what I mean by moisture out. Nice piece of pork. All right. Take the plastic out at this time. And at this point we go on to our tying. Now I told you, I promise you, I'll show you 2 ways of doing this. What I'll do is show you this way first, and then I'll show you the other way. You just cut these pieces of string about the same length. This is for the amateur. So you just go, you start to tie like this, and you do this all the way down all the way down the pork, just holding it in place, right? And you do that until you're finished with the pork. The way I like to do, because this one is easy for me and it flows right into the end. I like to use the piece of thread continuously. Need to put it under, right under. Leave a little piece hanging. You come up, try to fold on that side, because as I said, you'll lose a bit of stuffing when it's cooking or when you squeeze it. So what you'll do is make a loop around and under. You know, you see the butchers I'm not so sure about the butchers in Barbados, but I see the butchers on television doing this kind of thing really fast, and people get them to cut and tie up the meat for them. So maybe I'll become a butcher as well, and then you can come to me and get your meat tied, seasoned and everything. You just put in the oven. It looks easy, but I actually had to practice this for some time. It did take some practice, just going right down the meat like this. All ready, and now I'm going to actually set the pork up in the roasting pan. I'll just put a bit of herbs into the bottom of the pan. Some rosemary. So we're going to try to get some flavor in the bottom. Some thyme, some celery. So what I'll do now is put this pork right in here. Doesn't matter, it's in the pan. A little bit more seasoning. Just some chopped golden apple. Just a little bit. A little bit of my wonderful MIS pork seasoning on the outside. And remember, I said earlier that I have the pork, the skin from the pork, the fat part removed. So therefore, I want to do something that will help the moisture to remain in and out. So I'm going to take some of the golden apple from here. Remember, this is golden apple pork. So is everything golden apple? So I'm going to put some of this all on the outside. Lovely looking piece of pork, isn't it? I really want to thank the Barbados Pig Farmers Co-op for giving this pork for us to use, to show you the wonderful ways in which we can use pork. That will help to keep some of the heat off, some of the moisture in. So I'll just wrap it up, put it in the oven, and we will go right into making our muffins out of the stuffing. All right, so at this point, I'm pretty much ready to go into the oven. So I'll put a little bit of water into the pan with the pork. Just enough water, because we are going to get some water also coming out of the apples, so we just want to put a little bit in and we'll be fine. We'll put this in the oven for about 45 minutes or so and allow it to cook 350 degrees in the oven, and then I'll take it out and take the cover off and allow it to cook for another 40 minutes or so to make sure everything is nice and tender. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas over here. Into the oven we go. Yeah. All right. Okay, we are right now ready for our stuffing muffins. It's all about pork. So we're going to take the bacon. We're placing the bacon at the bottom of the pan like this as a little cradle. We're going to put it in all of them. Little cradle. And this is another dimension of flavor for the stuffing. And that is where we're going to have our stuffing muffins with bacon on the outside. Okay? Remember, no need to be scared. Everything is pretty straightforward. Just take some of the stuff in, straight into the pan. Looks like a muffin already, not even done yet. It's actually good to have the individual stuffing muffins, I think, because then say you don't want a whole lot of stuffing, instead of just trying to take everything out the fridge, just take out what you want. Remember, the secret ingredient in the stuffing today was the golden apple. We have some celery, the basic stuff that goes into the stuffing. Some celery, some thyme, marjoram, some onions and garlic, some pork sausages, making it wonderful. Remember, this is all about pork, and we're keeping it porkalicious. And don't forget that word. All right, we're looking porkalicious. So right now we're going to go over to the oven, and we're going to put these on the inside. Then we're going to wait for them to finish and do our presentation. Cheers.
Barbados is a beautiful place to live, and you work hard to support your family so they can enjoy a good quality life. You spend your money wisely, and that is why you need reliable insurance coverage for your home, its contents, and your car. Cooperators General Insurance offers very affordable rates. It is owned locally by the credit union movement, and special discounts are available to all credit union members. So your choice is an easy one. Protect your family and your investments by insuring with Cooperators General Insurance today. Cooperators General, insurance the way you want it to be.
Unlock the mystery of the cola nut with Clayton's Cola Tonic. For over 130 years, Clayton's has been adding life to your cocktails. Whether mixed with juice, alcohol, or straight up over ice, just add some Clayton's to your life.
Well, we're ready for the final plating. So what I want to do is to get the pork and get the kitchen string all cut off. Kitchen scissors, we start on the end. You can just do this with a knife if you don't have the scissors. It's all good. No problem really. This smells heavenly. Have a friend here that is going to do some tasting for me. We'll see what she thinks. Notice that the pork has remained in a nice shape. I think I have it all. Nice and shining, full of gloss. And we'll do some cutting. Move this piece aside. If you look, you'll see the wonderful stuffing on the inside. Wonderful pork. Your pork this year could be the talk of the neighborhood or of the family. You know how families go into competition at Christmas when it comes to cooking. Everybody has the best recipe for something. So maybe you can have the best recipe for pork this year. Let me go in the back. I'm just going to put the pork in a nice little decorative circle on the plate. We're going to put the muffins on, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is our golden apple pork. Trust me, this must be divine. Bacon, everything pork. And a bottle of rum. Yes, Barbados. This is our golden apple pork stuffing. Our golden apple pork. Everything belongs to us. I think that's lovely. Put you over here. Now, our golden apple. It's Christmas time. Nothing like having rum in almost everything. Rum to drink, rum to eat, rum, rum, rum. Oh my word. This is looking divine. And I cannot help but to think and to say my word, porkalicious. A little bit of the syrup. Not quite done yet. Just want to get a little bit of the chutney to put at the side in case we want to have more of it. And our little ramekin. So there we have it. Merry Christmas from the Porkology crew, Barbados. Porkalicious. We have a special guest with us this evening who is going to be doing our tasting, and she's going to let you know how porkalicious the pork really is. Tanya, it's your chance. Tanya seems to be a little nervous. Come on, don't worry.
Porkalicious.
Yes. Okay, well, Tanya has spoken. The pork is really porkalicious. The aroma in the kitchen is fantastic. And I want to thank the Barbados Pig Farmers Cooperative, the Bellevue House, and MIS Spices for allowing us the opportunity to have this wonderful demonstration and cooking show. Merry Christmas, Barbados, and we're looking forward to seeing you next year when we're having 13 full shows for you to get porkalicious. Cheers. Merry Christmas.